Hello.
What's going on? How you doing?
I am fantastic. How about yourself?
I'm doing good. Can you hear me well?
I can hear you loud and clear.
Awesome. Okay, cool beans.
Nope.
I got my headphones on, so.
Nope, it's all good. It's all good. Right off the top, thank you so much for being here and agreeing to do this interview. I appreciate you.
For sure. I'm excited. to chop it up.
Listen, I have to say, I love the way you shine. A good friend of mine, Javier from the Grasshopper and the Bear podcast, sent me one of your videos a while ago from TikTok. And I started getting shortness of breath and dreamy eyes because the way that you do what you do is so captivating. You exude like a sweetness in your skits and the way that you perform. And I'm convinced that it goes beyond performance. I feel like that's like a part of you. It's like a part of your personality, a major part of who you are. Do you think that's an accurate observation on my part?
Yeah, my comedy is definitely an extension of who I am, for sure.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
I'm very, people call it awkward, but I just think it's figuring it out.
Okay.
Live,
okay. Sure.
You know. But yeah, I would definitely say it's an extension of me, for sure.
Okay. Now, would you say that life experiences is something that molded you to be that, or were there people or a person that was influential in terms of you developing that? Because we are a product of our environment for the good and the bad. We take on certain things. When we get older and come to wisdom in certain regards, we can weed out stuff that may not be the best. But like if you grew up and you had an aunt or an uncle or your mom or grandmother had a sweetness about them and that was, being impressionable, where would you say that you got that from?
That's a really good question. I have very sweet family members, but, honestly, those flirting skits, for me, I created that character kind of as a way to extend my personality, but to create a safe place for people who don't know how to do those things.
Sure.
And so I see it all the time, just in real life, where adults are expected to know how to do stuff and they just kind of don't.
For sure.
Like flirting and talking to people, it's like you in your 30s, you don't, but clearly I'm not alone because a lot of people feel the same way. So
absolutely.
I kind of created those type of skits for people to feel safe. And in that space and knowing like, girl, I be feeling the same way, and it's like, it's a common thing, but it's possible to, express and, not really shoot your shot, but show interest in situations with men. So.
And what's interesting about that, Whitney, is that the aspect that you show, be it comical still, we don't see that a lot. Or I feel like that's something that's seen more so out of men than women. And it's like, it's always interesting and refreshing to see the other side, and not only see the other side where it's negative, but where it's enjoyable, it's entertaining, and it's also informative as well, so it's really cool how you're able to cover all those bases the way that you do your skits and your performances. So that's good stuff.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're a Michigander from Muskegon.
I am. I'm from Muskegon, Michigan, born and raised.
I too am a Michigan native, Inkster, Michigan, born and raised.
Okay, where are you from?
Yep. Inkster.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah. Born and raised in Inkster. I seen that on one of your posts. You posted. I said, "Hey, I said, well, okay, because I the way that you are, the way you present yourself, but you got that it didn't seem Michiganderish.
Right. It don't seem northern.
Work.
I know people call me a Southern Belle. My middle name is LaBelle.
Right. Okay. Wow.
But I was born in the North.
Okay. See, and that's funny because I thought the way that you are, I just visited some people, my family in Alabama, and it's like it's different, you know, and you shine like a Southern Belle. So I said, wow, Michigan, okay, yeah, that'll work, you know. From the it really is. From the entertainment standpoint, the comedic standpoint, do you have family members that are also that exude that and you picked up on it, or is that just something that's unique to you?
No, my parents are hilarious.
Okay.
my dad is super animated.
Okay.
He's super creative.
Okay. Wow.
Funny. My mom is super silly. She's a comedian in her own right.
Wow. And
growing up, I just used to be myself and people would laugh.
Okay.
So I kind of fine-tuned it because I've always liked to write. Mm-hmm. And so I was like, I don't have anybody to do these skits, so let me just try.
Yeah. I mean, and that's sometimes just trying that's it. You know, something that's really been on me a lot in recent is faith without works is dead. And a lot of people have faith, you know, but faith alone won't get it done, you know, and for you to have the ideas that you have and the thoughts that you have thought that has brought you here is not just the thoughts and the ideas you putting into action, you know. And look at what's happening. Look at God. Look at how, you know, how well you're doing. It's a beautiful thing. And that's actually pretty cool in itself, being a Christian, being a lover of Jesus. And I adore the fact that in your comedy, you know, you clean, relatable, and super entertaining. So it's like, how do you manage? I mean, I'll ask you, how do you manage that? How do you manage to do all that good stuff the way that you do?
Well, first off, thank you.
You're welcome.
You know, I'm really intentional about just being myself.
Okay.
So I don't have to, and two, I'm intentional about balance, even on my page, because I enjoy relationship stuff, but then I enjoy just regular life. So I was like, you know, adulting. That's something that adults can relate to. So let me just make skits about that, and then. You know, naturally I'm a Christian, so I just think of biblical skits or, you know, but I try to make sure it's balanced for everybody. Mm-hmm. Because, you know, it's a lot of non-Christians who follow me.
Right. Okay.
And they be like, when I do Christian stuff, they be like, I'm just here because she's funny. Mm-hmm. So it's like, you know, the Lord is planting seeds subliminally.
Right.
And, but yeah, balance is really key, but I try to take the pressure off. I just create whatever comes to me.
Okay.
And just release it.
Okay. And it's funny how that works. You know what I mean? A lot of times, or in a lot of things, all we got to do is put forth that effort, you know, and I know for me with the creative process, and I'm very confident you can attest to it yourself, you start doing a certain thing and you fall into that mindset, and then it just starts coming like automatically. You know, just idea after idea, you writing stuff down, sending text messages to yourself, you know what I mean? And I submit to you that there's a pretty good possibility that your creativity is more than likely a gift, you know what I mean? Because it's not something everybody does or can do, you know? So.
Yeah, it's funny you said that because my mom, the Lord spoke that to her maybe a couple months ago. He said that it's a gift that he gave me. And, you know, I believe it's passed down because my mom is a musician. She was a minister of music for over 30 years.
Wow.
Her and my dad used to create plays and songs, and they're super creative.
Okay.
And so, creativity has never been really hard for me, or adapting to change.
Sure.
And so with my skits, they just come, and I just like, if I'm presentable, I just record it on my phone, and it kind of comes as like a math problem.
Okay. Huh.
Yeah, like one part to come, then the next part to come, then it'll be like an equal sign. But it might come at different times. But
Okay.
I've just learned to kind of say yes to being a vessel, because I think with being creative, it's easy to strangle it because of whatever reason, insecurities or fear or whatever. So I just let it flow versus clogging it up.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah. Sounds good. You definitely got it honest from both, just your environment, your parents with the creativity, and you touched on something that I was going to ask you about. I noticed sometimes that you will get to singing, it's some of your stuff, and you have a really nice voice. So being that your mom has done what she's done over 30 years, it's safe to say that you have participated in your mother's ministry with that singing there, huh? Because I hear that voice.
For sure. She actually has 2 CDs out.
Oh, wow.
She has like comfort music.
Okay.
So she creates music, and they tell stories, and they super comforting. But I was featured on a couple of them.
Really?
And yep. And my mom got a lot going on. She a life coach, and she's amazing.
Okay. Wow.
But yeah, I love music.
Okay.
I'm into poetry. I do a lot of stuff that I haven't showed my audience yet.
Sure. Okay.
For sure.
Now, would these be some things that you will start to show, or are there some of them are you gonna keep to yourself, or how do you feel about that?
So I was actually talking to my family, because the Lord was kind of giving me the fact that we all have a vehicle, right?
Sure. Okay.
And so my vehicle is comedy.
Okay.
That people are used to me doing, but I have other gifts. Mm-hmm. So I do plan to, like even basketball, it's like, how can I incorporate more of me through a vehicle that people are used to seeing?
Sure.
So I do plan to share more of what God has given me, honestly. But, gifts is just what you given. So it's like, I didn't ask for none of this. I'm just showing more parts of who He created me to be. So.
I tell you the cool thing about it too, though, and it's kind of tragic, because people walk around and they don't feel like they're special. They don't feel like they have that something, but He's given us all gifts. Some of us multiple gifts. And sometimes if a person doesn't think about it, they don't think about it. And it's cool for us to be able to have this conversation, because it's like people that are going to watch this, or people that you speak to, or people that I speak to, having that conversation, then they can start to think about it, because it's like, okay, what's something that I'm good at, or that I have an aptitude for, something that I love that I could do, and I don't got to be paid a dime because I love it so much. Paying attention, in my experience, to certain things like that can kind of put you on the path to figuring it out. You know what I mean? In terms of what your gift is, that thing that you do that just makes you so happy, and again, you seem to have an aptitude for it. Let me see. What would you say are your top 3? What are the top 3 things that you love the most?
Oh man, that's a good question.
Thank you.
I think my top thing is something which I do in my videos, but social media gets kind of tricky. But I really do love to connect with people.
Okay.
And learn people's story and have deep conversations.
Sure. Okay.
I really do enjoy that. I actually want to be a therapist.
Really? Wow. Okay.
A psychologist. I did.
Okay.
Yeah, but it was a lot of reading, and I played basketball, so I was like, One or the other. I can't. Y'all taxing me.
Right.
So yeah, I would love to do that, like a talk show or something. I would love to talk to people and learn more about people.
Okay.
So I think that's because the Lord has given me ability to make people feel free when they're around me.
Sure.
People naturally talk to me, so I do think that's some type of gift.
Sure, absolutely.
My second one would probably be comedy.
Okay.
I do enjoy making people laugh, and I do think it's a cheat code to the heart.
Yeah.
Laughter, people really enjoy it, and you can't kind of control it. It's just automatic.
Right.
So,
true.
Comedy. My last one, that's a good one. My last one would probably be creating in general. Because, music, songs, poetry, I express a lot of different ways. I draw, I do a lot of stuff. And so,
wow, okay.
Yeah, I would just have to put all of that in one.
Okay.
I could.
That'll work. Do you have siblings as well?
I do. I have an older sister.
Mm-hmm.
She's 3 years older, Amber, and then a younger brother. He's 6 years younger, Austin.
Okay, so you're in the middle. Okay, you're the middle. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Now, coming from being that you come from such creative parents, such talented parents, are your siblings? Do you have your siblings tapped into that as well, the way that you have, or to a certain degree?
Yeah, my sister, she's very creative and witty. Okay. She's a poet. So she writes poetry, and she's naturally funny. And then my brother, he used to write songs. He's a musician. He plays a saxophone.
Sure. Okay.
So and he sings really well too. All of us sing.
Wow.
My brother, he can blow, but he's not really into the spotlight or he to himself.
Okay. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Now, actually, let me see. I'm trying to think. I'm gonna shift the gear just a little bit. You like cheesecake, okay? So, what's your favorite spot to get cheesecake from? And then, do you know how to make cheesecake yourself? What's your favorite cheesecake? And who's your favorite person to make cheesecake for you?
Great questions.
Thank you.
My favorite place to get cheesecake would probably, by default, be Cheesecake Factory.
Okay.
I haven't really been many places to get cheesecake.
Sure. Okay.
But I love turtle cheesecake.
Okay.
Yeah, I love caramel. I like the mixture. Do I know how to make cheesecake? I do not. I haven't tried though.
Okay.
I haven't tried. High key, I really do think I'm a decent cook. Okay. But I think if I'm really geared into it, I'll be super straight.
Okay.
I feel like you just have to be creative,
You're right about that. Cooking is nothing but experimentation, to be honest. So yeah.
Art.
Right.
And so my Aunt Marie, she makes the best cheesecake I've ever tasted.
Okay. Now, does Aunt Marie make turtle cheesecake, or does she make the traditional and you top it with stuff?
Yeah, I haven't tasted her turtle if she's ever made it, but she just she do cherry and strawberry. The toppings on, but oh boy, that mug be thick. Hey, fire.
Classic. You now okay, you had that love for cheesecake, but you look amazing. It's clear that you mentioned on your pages that your physical or sports and that. What do you do? What's your form of training? You talked about going to the gym. How many times a week do you hit the gym? What does your exercise regimen look like for you to look the way that you do?
That's a great question. So on a great week, I go to the gym like 3 days a week.
Okay.
So Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or the weekend. I want to start getting back hooping just to get my stamina good.
Okay.
And defense and offense, what? Sheesh. But yeah, when I go to the gym, I'm a retired athlete, so I push myself sometimes, but I usually just focus on arms one day,
Okay.
legs one day, full body.
Okay.
Yeah, my parents really gave me great genes because they tall and slim still. So
Wow,
that's
nice. Okay. Yeah, that plays a part for sure.
For sure.
So you got that metabolism thing going on where your nutrition doesn't necessarily have to be really good and you'll still maintain your lean physique?
Well, at 30,
I'm sorry.
you eat. Oh, I said that 32 hitting different.
Okay.
32
Yeah.
years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I do have to be more cautious of what I eat.
Okay.
I do want to do better with nutrition. I have a friend, her name is Simone, and she's so good with nutrition.
Okay.
I'm trying to get on the wave because in early 30s, it's like, this is a good time to start changing some stuff. So
Absolutely. Yeah. No, you're right about that. Agreed. Do you have now, in terms of the nutrition aspect of it, it's so many different ways to different ways to nutrition. I'm not saying that right, but but it's a lot of different ways you could do it. You got people that do the standard American diet or keto, low carb, carnivore, vegetarian, pesky, all that stuff. What is when you're able to focus, what is your method or way that you like to get down as far as your eating is concerned?
Yeah, so I like to have a full breakfast. So that'll probably be 2 eggs. I mean, this not healthy, but it's healthy for me today. So like 2 eggs, maybe a couple of sausage patties. I like avocado, so I eat avocado with it. I like cheese on my eggs. I'm into dairy. Some people be counting stuff. I don't count nothing. During lunch, I might eat a salad, so that'll be like a hearty salad. So maybe some apples on it, some fruits, and then after, because I usually after work I go to the gym, so I might eat a PB before the gym just to have something to work off. And then whatever dinner is, and then at night I might eat a snack or I might not. I might drink water.
Okay. I mean, you said you want to do better with the nutritional aspect of things, but to be honest, you sound pretty responsible, So we are our own worst critics, and the way that you just spoke on it. I mean, you're doing better than a lot of people doing, myself included.
That's real.
Whitney, what would you say is your proudest moment in entertainment and out of entertainment?
Wow, that's a good question. Proudest moment in entertainment.
So far as an entertainment, what is your proudest moment? And then, not pertaining to entertainment, what's your proudest moment?
I think my proudest moment, last April 2021,
Okay.
I posted a husband prayer.
Okay.
And I was in my car and I just made up a prayer. It was genuine, but it was kind of sarcastic.
Okay.
It's funny.
Sure.
So I told my best friend about it. I'm like, I'm thinking about posting it, but I feel like it'll make me look desperate and I'm just whatever.
Okay.
So I posted it and it was my first viral video. And after that, I was doing husband prayers for a little bit, but throughout that time, so many women felt like they had a place. And that was the first time I experienced kind of creating a safe space for people. And I think that's just having the courage to post that, I think, launched everything else.
Okay.
So that's probably my proudest moment so far.
Okay.
Outside of entertainment, these are great questions.
Thank you.
What's my proudest moment?
Yeah.
I mean, I have accolades, but lately my proudest moment, I actually just started therapy.
Okay.
And I'm actually proud about it.
Sure, you should be. Absolutely. Congratulations. It takes a lot of people don't have the courage, you know what I mean? And then within our community, the Black community, is, you know, and then being a Christian at that, you know, the Lord will take care of it, which he will and which he does, but he gives us resources for a reason. You know, he's given us wisdom in that. So, you know what I mean? So yeah, that's congratulations. That's commendable, you know. And
thank you.
You're welcome. The cool thing about that too, you know, we kind of touched on it a little bit before, it's just, you know, when you do certain things, man, it encourages people. You know, with people seeing you do what you do and you be so open about it, it encourages them. Just like we were talking with you saying how things, the awkwardness and different things like that, you put that out there and you let people know that they're not alone. And that's really encouraging, you know. And one of those things, and I've thought it before and I've said it many a times, people look at you, you know, they look at you and they see how funny you are or how entertaining you are and how good you are at so many different things. And when you're able to have conversations, or even when you post things that are motivating, they understand with all that talent, you're human. You know what I'm saying? You're human. You're vulnerable at times. You've gone through different things, you know, with therapy and that, you know, there's people don't understand that, okay, there are benefits in that, but also there's a price to be paid. You know, anybody that's good at anything had to go through things to get to that particular point in time. You know, they see Whitney, I can never do that. You know, she's so talented, but they'll know Whitney snore when she sleep or so, you know what I'm saying? Whatever your issue or your circumstance may be, they don't see that side. They see the benefit, but they don't see the potential burden that comes with it. So
for sure.
Like I said, that's cool. You shine like you do. That's good stuff, you know.
Thank you.
You're welcome. In terms of entertainment, what's your I don't know if I want to say what's your biggest aspiration or what are your aspirations? Like, I mean, when you did mention earlier that you wouldn't mind having like a talk show, would you say that that's the pinnacle in terms of the aspiration with what you are and what you do, or is there something else connected to it?
Honestly, I would love to have my own studio.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a lot of stories I want to tell.
Okay.
I've been writing my first feature film in Proudest. Yeah.
Okay.
I really enjoy telling stories, and I enjoy the details of stories and the reason why people are who they are. So, yeah, I would love a studio to just be able to create. You know, it doesn't have to be big. It's just be somewhere, you know, where we can record and different things. What else would I love to do? I feel like I have a lot inside of me.
Okay.
I don't even know if I agree because the thing about fear is it controls different parts of us if we don't give it freedom.
Right.
And so if I could speak with no fear, I would say I would do like a one lady show.
Okay. Wow.
And just tour, because I have a lot inside of me, but again, I'm going to therapy.
Okay. Right. Okay.
So that would be dope to use my whole being in that way and tell stories on stage and stuff. That would be really cool. I would love to just be a beacon of light wherever I go in the industry. You know, I don't think I'm called to preach, but I think I'm called to plant seeds in different places just by being who he created me to be. So I really do desire that.
Now that's funny. You said you want to be a beacon. We talked about this at the beginning of the interview. You are a beacon. Yo, shine, man. You know, I told you I'm a talker, but I ain't just running off of my mouth. And I know I'm not alone, man. You put out, you know, Javier sent that video. I look at my like, what was this? And it got to the point where he would, you know, of course I followed you on IG and TikTok, but it's like, you know, he would send me certain things because, you know, he and I talk about a lot of stuff, and he would just drop videos, you know, and I could have sworn, I thought you were married with a child.
Really?
Yes, I thought I thought it was that Mandela effect, man, because I genuinely thought that you were like married with like one baby.
Just out the blue.
Yes. I thought in going through your profile, I thought I had seen something at some point, but clearly I was wrong. You know, so.
Oh, you know what? I created a fake live.
Ha! Okay.
Where I was pretending to have a baby.
Okay.
And then I was saying, you know, she looked like her daddy. I was just referencing somebody, but a lot of men think, because I get comments from men and be like, you know, almost kind of like bitter, like, yeah, I get a lot of different type of comments, but one I could just remember. What did he say? He was like, this content isn't getting relatable no more. He was like, what if you have a husband that's recording all of your stuff and we don't know about it?
What?
So I didn't respond. I was just like, that's so interesting.
Yeah.
But either way, I'm single with no kids.
Right. Yeah. Pete, you know what? I have this expression that I say, people are people.
For sure.
People are people. You know, they perpetuate whatever it is that they went through, perpetuate and project whatever it is that they've gone through or they're going through onto you, and it ain't got nothing to do with you, you know, and everything to do with them, in the same way that when we go through things. And a favorite quote of mine that I heard, I can't remember the gentleman's name, but the man that loves walking will travel further than the man that loves the destination. And you have to learn to enjoy the journey. And you know, the thing about that is this, you know, in that journey, it's your story. You're telling your story. And a lot of times what we experience isn't about us, it's about us being a blessing onto others. You know, we play a part, like you said, to be a vessel. So, what is something that you would share with someone that is going through a tough time in their life?
That's a good question. You know, I would share for them to feel how they feel. You know, don't dismiss how you feel, because I think a lot of people go through stuff, but they just push, right? And they emotionally could be in a tragedy of a place. But I would say feel how you feel, but figure out what hope looks like for you. Don't lose hope, right? Whether hope looks like, you know, you walking during the day just to get out of, because depression is real. You know, pandemic has really isolated people, and it's been tough. And
For
so
sure.
I would say, you know, find out what hope looks like for you. Connect with people. And if you don't have positive people in your life, which is tough, I would say tune into a skit from me.
That'll work.
It's hard to find positive people, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
But the hope piece is it's so tough sometimes for people to grasp it, because life is difficult, you know, and it's like, it's just difficult every day. But I would still say, you know, speak life over yourself, and speak life into your situation, even if you don't feel it. Because, you know, you speak, and then after a while you might believe, but your words have power. And I know for people who sometimes struggle, that I've seen in my life, they usually keep speaking struggle over their life. Like, nothing don't ever go right for me. It's like, no, take that back.
Right, yeah.
You know, and so, you know, cautious of your words as well.
Absolutely. That's good information. Well, listen, you are beautiful, you're wonderful, and I'm so grateful and humble that you took some time out of your day to have a conversation with me. I genuinely and truly appreciate it. I'm looking forward to continuing to consume more of your content, you know, from the comedy to the motivational messages that you put out, you know, and looking forward to seeing you bring into fruition, you know, the having your own space, like you said, you know, that talk show that you said you like to do, or having your own studio. Just looking forward to seeing what you do next, you know. So if you could just do me a favor and keep shining like you're shining, I'd appreciate it.
Well, I surely appreciate it. I enjoyed this interview. I think you have a really calm spirit, and it feels like you have a sound mind, which is
Thank
awesome.
You for that. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm excited to see whatever the Lord does for your podcast, and just for your lifeline, you know. Feels warm.
Well,
Feel like
thank you. Well, thank you for that. I appreciate it. Wasn't expecting the encouragement back. Don't be, sheesh.
For sure.
Oh my gosh. Well, thank you again so much, wonderful woman. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and I hope that, you know, as you continue to do what you do, I mean, I'll reach back out if that's okay.
For sure.
Wonderful. Okay. Whitney LaBelle. Well, you take care, keep shining, and we'll see you online.
Sounds good. You have a good one.
You too. Thanks again.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.